The Whisper of Odin. The forests of Jaboatão dos Guararapes in Brazil have always had their legends, but none are as chilling as the one about Odin. In the heart of Jaboatão dos Guararapes, where the dense green of the Atlantic forest intertwines with the ruins of colonial sugar mills, there is a place where time seems to bend. It's not a place marked on maps or a tourist destination, but rather a stretch of the forest known only to the oldest residents as the Valley of Silence. Legend says that on nights of the full moon, when the breeze blows from the mangrove and meets the hills, the whispers of Odin can be heard. Not the Odin of Norse sagas, with his single eye and ravens, but an ancient entity, a shadow that manifests as a chilling whisper, carrying forbidden knowledge and madness. Our protagonist, Lucas, a young historian and urban legend enthusiast, heard about Odin during his research into local folklore. Intrigued by the overlap of a Norse deity with the Pernambuco forest, he decided to investigate. Armed with his recording equipment and a flashlight, Lucas ventured into the Valley of Silence on a full moon night. At first, the forest was just that. Trees, the sound of crickets, and the humid scent of the earth. Lucas walked for hours, feeling the air grow heavier, almost dense, as if the oxygen were being sucked out. The silence was profound, not the peaceful silence of nature, but an oppressive silence where even the insects seemed to have fallen quiet. That's when he heard it. A distant, almost inaudible murmur that seemed to come from all directions and none. It was as if the forest were breathing in unison, a whisper that brushed against the barrier of sound. Lucas turned on his recorder, his heart pounding in his chest. The whisper intensified, transforming into words. They weren't words in Portuguese or English, but a guttural, ancient language that seemed to resonate directly in his mind. Lucas felt a chill down his spine, not the cold of the night, but a cold that seemed to come from within, freezing his bones. He tried to understand the words, but it was like trying to grasp smoke. Suddenly, an image appeared in his mind. Ancient runes carved into stone, a single eye watching him from the shadows, and a raven perched on a dry branch, its red eyes glowing in the darkness. Frightened, Lucas ran. He ran without looking back, branches whipping his face, the whisper of Odin echoing in his ears. He didn't stop until he reached the edge of the forest, breathless and trembling. When he got home, he locked himself in and listened to the recording. What he heard left him petrified. On the audio, in addition to the indistinct whisper, there was a clear voice, Lucas's voice, repeating Odin's words in a language he had never spoken. "The secrets of the universe belong to those who dare to listen," the voice said, before transforming into a thunderous, malevolent laugh that seemed to come from the depths of the earth. Lucas was never the same. He abandoned his studies and his research. His eyes now held a strange glint, and he would mumble to himself in an unknown language. Sometimes, on nights of the full moon, his neighbors swore they heard a whisper coming from his house, a whisper that resembled the wind howling in the forest. Lucas's house is empty now. He mysteriously disappeared, leaving behind only one recording. If you are brave enough, come to Jaboatão. Go to the Jaboatão dos Guararapes forest. Find the Valley of Silence and seek out the spirit of Odin. Will you find it? But be careful, because the whisper of Odin can nestle in your mind, and once it chooses you, there is no escape. What would you do if you heard the whisper of Odin? Would you stay to unravel the mystery or run away terrified? Think about that the next time the full moon shines over Jaboatão. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more chilling urban legends. And if you've ever had a supernatural experience, leave it in the comments. Who knows, your story might be next.